Hi, this is Michael Rony Mullick, and you're watching the pre-market show. The most important things that are happening this week was already discussed in yesterday's week ahead show. So if you haven't watched it, please go and watch it. Otherwise, nothing much to discuss today morning. Just we have to look at the Asian cues. So right now we see that SGX Nifty is trading around a level of 16,540. So it has recovered quite significantly, almost 60-70 points from where it had ended on Friday night. So that is a positive sign for the markets. Looks like we are going to have a very flat opening for the markets today. And talking about other Asian markets, we saw that the US markets ended in the red yesterday. I mean on Friday's session, but now the Asian markets have recovered, and following Q, the US futures have also recovered. So we see that the Dow Jones is up by 0.4 percentage. This is futures. Nasdaq up by 0.55 percentage, and the Dow Jones is also up by almost 0.32 percentage. This is the futures, and the reason for this is the Asian markets. So Nikkei, the index for Japanese market, it is up. So you can see on the 5-minute chart that it opened with a huge gap down, but then it strongly recovered from there, and now it is at the day's high. Same with Hang Seng, the Hong Kong market. It opened with a big red candle, but then the entire fall was recovered, and now it is on the upside. So this is Hang Seng. Nikkei we discussed. Chinese market, same thing. Although it is now falling slightly, there's a sell-off happening in the Chinese market, but still it had a good recovery after opening. And Korean markets are also same, open with a gap down, but now it is consolidating, and still it is positive. So Asian markets look positive. The other markets, US futures look positive. So that is why SGX Nifty is indicating a slightly almost a flat opening. Although it got sold off on Friday, it is now indicating a positive to flat opening. So talking about Nifty, again, important levels we have discussed many times: 16,800 on the upside, 16,400 on the downside to be watched out for. And market is opening around the middle of that range. So it is going to be interesting whether markets take resistance or take support. And from there, if we have closing below or above those levels which we discussed, then we can expect a trend in the markets. Otherwise, the markets are likely to remain flat. Talking about Bank Nifty, same thing, 36,000 on the upside and around 35,100 on the downside is important. And if that is broken, since the Bank Nifty closed at the lowest range of yesterday, we can expect the markets to move close to 35,000. If that is broken, 34,800 is going to act as a support in Bank Nifty. So this is the Nifty and Bank Nifty levels for you. So although the markets are in a jittery mode, but one thing to see is the India VIX did not shoot up. Yesterday the markets fell so much. Despite that, India VIX actually came down by 1.7 percentage. So that is again something good in the markets which happened. So VIX shooting up and the markets fall is something which is common. But yesterday we saw the markets falling heavily, but the VIX did not shoot up that much. Just actually it came down for the Indian markets. And for US markets, if we talk about, there was a even more severe sell-off in the US markets, but the US VIX is at around 0.36 percentage up. So again, that there's no major panic in the US markets as well. So that is why we expected the markets to stabilize somewhere around this level. Since Nasdaq on Friday fell around 2.67 percentage, we can expect that the IT indexes to remain weak today. So yesterday on Friday they opened with a gap up, then it was sold into, and since that the Nasdaq is down, so we can expect the IT to underperform. Again, banking stocks, nothing much to say. Banking stocks were very weak yesterday, so let's hope they stabilize in the lower levels. But one thing that was dragging the index up was Reliance Industries. It is up by almost 2% even yesterday. On one point of time it came almost close to 1% from the all-time high. So if Reliance outperforms, then we can expect the Nifty to stay strong, because banking and IT is not performing that well. So this is Reliance. So let's hope this week Reliance does well as well, because the crude oil prices, if you look at it, so it is hovering around $119.7. So it went close to $120. We saw on Friday, and now it is around $119.68. So that is going to act as a positive momentum for Reliance. So hopefully Reliance will continue to outperform and help the index to stabilize, if not go up. Talking about dollar index, it is at 102, which we discussed. USD INR 77.6. So these are what the things look like in on a macro point of view. Nothing other important data are going to be announced today. US markets will open only in the evening, so we have to keep an eye on that, and the effects of which we'll be seeing in the markets on tomorrow. So nothing much to discuss here. We have discussed all the things in the yesterday's week ahead show, so again recommend you to watch it. Other than that, we will see where what happens today in the markets and how the US markets open. All that will be discussed in the tonight's post market show at 11:15 p.m. so don't forget to join me there. Till then, hope you have a good start to the week, and thank you for watching.